Here we have for sale our 2017 on a 17 plate Volkswagen Transporter. This is the T32, meaning it's got a 3.2 ton gross vehicle weight. This is the T6, of course, which is the shape. This particular van has got the 2-litre diesel TDI engine, which produces 150 brake horsepower, and in this exact van that we see here is accompanied with a 7-speed DSG automatic gearbox. This is the short wheelbase, low roof, Highline Kombi van. What we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on a Highline Kombi of this age. There is a number of optional extras on this particular van as well to talk you through. And we'll also talk you through the bits which have clearly been added to this particular example after the van left the factory. So, starting here then at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that this one is spec'd with a rear glazed tailgate. Most Highline Kombis you will find come in this particular specification. So a tailgate is one door which opens up like so, and glazed of course means it's got the rear window, which is perfect because it does give you some visibility out of the rear as a driver. So it does make them a little bit more car-like to drive. The first thing to note then, which has been added to this vehicle after factory, and that is the rear spoiler, and that just really ties in very, very nicely, I think, with the colour one and also the rest of this sort of sporty styling on the van. Looking here then at the rear in terms of condition, in absolutely fantastic order, it must be said. You know, really the best way to look at the condition is to look in the reflections, and you can just see here how clean and tidy that is. There's no big dings or dents or scratches. It's really, really lovely here at the back of the van. You also get a number of elements which are colour-coded. That includes the bumpers, the door handles, and also the wing mirror caps on a Highline van. And you can also see here that we've got rear parking sensors, and they do come as standard on the Highline model. Another thing which has been added on this particular example is a reversing camera. So we can tell this has been added. A factory camera would be sort of tucked up underneath here, but this one has been added, and you can see there that goes just on top of the number plate. It still is very effective indeed. If we open up the rear of the vehicle, we can start to have a look inside the back of the van then. And this is exactly as you would have seen it leaving the factory. So these are the same panels which you get on the side, of course, exposed rear wheel arches, and also this is where the toolkit is located as well. The Kombi also has this lovely soft touch rubber flooring, which makes it very, very easy to crawl into here if you need to get something there from the back and it doesn't kill your knees in a practical term. We've also got plenty of tie-down points in the back of the vehicle as well, and the Transporter usually comes like this as well, open, which allows you to have fantastic versatility with those rear seats. So they are quick release rear seats. You can take them out and that allows you to have the full space of a van if you need to. Looking at the inside of the rear tailgate, again, fantastic condition in the back of here. But that is really what strikes me with this particular example, is just how clean and tidy this is. Clearly never used for any heavy work, or really as a van. Looks to me like it's been more used as a car. But of course, you can make your own judgment on that. It looks really, really lovely indeed. Looking down then the driver's side of the vehicle, and again, this is where we can have a look down the reflections in the side of the van. As I say, just gives you a really good idea of the condition. As I say, if there's anything that I can see, I would gladly point it out to you. But looking very clean and tidy here. Now let's talk about some other things which have been added to this vehicle. So I know the van has been lowered previously, which definitely gives it a better stance. And also we've got these very nice 20-inch Stuttgart alloy wheels. Now the lovely thing with these particular alloy wheels is they are staggered, so they're actually wider on the rear than they are on the front. So you can see here that we've got a nice bit of a dish sort of effect there on the rear wheels, and the front ones are a bit more of a flat face, but it just gives the van a lovely presence and stance to it, especially with being lowered and in this fantastic colour which is called Acapulco Blue. The other thing which has been added are these very nice chrome sidebars as well. In terms of an optional extra, this one is spec'd with twin side loading doors. So as standard they just come with one on the passenger side, but the one here on the driver's side is an optional extra. If we open that door, we can then have a look at the rear seats, and this is where we can see one of the main upgrades which has been done to this particular van, and that is the full leather interior. So it's a lovely black leather. We've got a fantastic blue diamond double stitch in there, which of course complements the outside of the van incredibly well. And there's also then the VW stitched into each backrest as well. In terms of condition, absolutely spot on. There's really not a lot to fault it with in terms of condition, and it still of course remains the Isofix compatibility on these rear seats as well. In terms of the fitment, this has clearly been done to a very high standard. Sometimes you see leather and it's kind of a bit sagging or baggy and things, but this is looking very, very nice indeed. As I say, there's plenty of versatility with these rear seats. So with these rear seats here, you can fold them down. So given this little black tab just there, give that a pull, you'll hear a click from the mechanism at the back of the seat, and that allows you to fold them completely down like so. You can do exactly the same with the passenger side seat as well, and then using the tabs here on the back of the seat, give each one of those a pull, and that allows you to completely remove these seats altogether and giving you then the full space of a short wheelbase transporter van. But the lovely thing is that you, with this one, again, another optional extra is this has got a 2 plus a 1 in the rear. As standard, they come with one full bench seat. The lovely option that is, that allows you to just use these seats independently. So you can just remove the single seat or just remove the double seat if you want to. So if you've got something longer to load down one side, maybe a bike or a surfboard, you can just remove the single seat and load that down there, and you've still got the double seat to use. So really, really fantastic, versatile van. Probably one of the reasons why the Transporter is so popular. Opening up the driver's door, then we can start to have a look inside here. So again, there's more optional extras to talk on this van. So we've got electric windows, we've got electric heated mirrors, but this one has also got folding mirrors, which is an optional extra, and that's how those are operated there. Of course, if you hold the lock button down on the key as well, they will fold in. Again, another optional extra is the cab carpet. So again, just gives it much more of a car-like feel in here, and that is having the carpet in the front. As standard, they'll have this flooring all the way through into the front of the vehicle, and again, we can just have a really good look here at the leather seats in the front. This one has got the twin captain seats in the front, so you've got twin adjustable armrests as well on each seat, which is fantastic for the passenger because you've got the same adjustability as the driver, and you can really get into a fantastic seating position there. Another optional extra on this particular van is 4 keys. So that was actually, a lot of people think that's done afterwards, aftermarket or something, but that is actually an option that you can tick, is to have 4 keys with your vehicle. If you're particularly clumsy with your keys, this might be the option for you. Auto-activated lights and auto-activated wipers, that comes as standard, and we've got the leather multi-functioning steering wheel here. On the left hand side we've got your cruise control, on the right hand side you've got your onboard computer controls. You can also answer and hang up the phone and things over here as well. Looking at the dashboard, the vehicle is running at the moment, and you can see the mileage there, 51,024 miles recorded. And now this one has had a Pioneer head unit fitted. Now this does give you DAB radio. You can see here we've got your parking sensor display just there, and if you put the vehicle into reverse, that's where you can see you get your reversing camera as well. So very nice to see that. Up on top of here we have got 2 USB ports, and just down below there is air conditioning, which comes as standard on a Highline. Heated windscreen here, another USB port, and this is where you can turn your parking sensors on or off. That lovely 7-speed DSG automatic gearbox, one of the smoothest gearboxes in any van in my opinion. Very, very desirable extra to have there. We've also got lovely service history with this particular van. So we've got the service book here. We can see that we have got 2 previous VW services stamped in the service book of this particular van, which is always very, very nice to see. And of course, like all of our vehicles, this has been right through our workshop as well, before being offered here for sale today. So during going through our workshop, this vehicle had a full service, a new MOT, and it also had the timing belt and water pump changed as well. So you really haven't got to worry about this van for quite some time, and of course it does come with our own personal warranty, and some extended warranties can be offered as well. Looking at the condition then of the front of the vehicle, a couple of minor stone chips to the bonnet, but really nothing too severe there. I don't know if you can just see these tiny little stone chips just there, but a couple as to be expected with this sort of age and mileage. And having a good look here at the front, one of the lovely things which has been added to this particular example is the Sportline style front splitter. You can also see that we've got front fog lights, and another optional extra actually is front parking sensors. This van really has got an incredible list of options, and I think when you accompany that with the fantastic metallic colour, the body styling, the wheels, the service history, and the fact that it's just been through our workshop. It's one owner from new as well, and it is a T32 150 Highline DSG Kombi, which is really the model which everyone is looking for. It is a very attractive proposition indeed, but a stunning looking van, as I'm sure you will agree. As a condition here at the front, pretty difficult to fault. And then if we look then down the passenger side of the vehicle here, just having a look at any reflections, dings or dents or anything like that. Is that a tiny little, is that a tiny, no, that's a fly which has been splattered there. I thought that might have been a stone chip. But as I say, anything I can see, I'll gladly point it out to you. Again, maybe a couple of tiny little chips just here, but as I say, being very minor indeed. If we open up the passenger side loading door, this gives us a better look then at the seating from this side. So as I say, this is the single seat on its own, so you've still got the full versatility here, so you can fold it down using that cloth tab there. If you pull that handle, you can flip it forward like so, and that gives you access then into the back of the vehicle. And this is actually how you remove this seat. So when it's in this position here, you give this handle a pull there, and that removes the seat. But very, very nice to have that versatility. If we open up the passenger door then, we can start to have a look on this side. Lovely condition there of the passenger door card. Lovely on the passenger step, and also I say that cab carpet in the front is a really nice extra. You can turn the passenger airbag off from this side, and you can see we have got the book pack with the vehicle as well, which is always very, very nice. So just to summarize, this is a one owner from new Acapulco blue. That almost rhymes, doesn't it? One owner from new Acapulco blue. Volkswagen Transporter. It's the T6, so which is the shape, the 6th generation of Transporter. It's a T32. So 3.2 ton gross vehicle weight. For any business users, it is crucial to have a T32 Kombi as well, because this is actually classed as a commercial vehicle. So if you are a business user watching this, thinking about using this as your company car, speak to your accountant about that. And as I say, T32 is the one to have. 2 litre TDI diesel, Euro 6 engine, so you can take this into central London without having to pay the ULEZ charge. It's the short wheelbase Highline DSG Kombi. Fantastic list of optional extras. You have to go back through the video if you want to hear all those. Again, there's really too many for me to reel off now. And then a lovely selection of bits which have been added, including the front Sportline spoiler, the lovely 20-inch staggered alloy wheels, which are brand new tyres and everything as well, but they just look so nice. Of course, the vehicle has been lowered, and sidebars, and of course, how could you forget the leather inside and the rear tailgate spoiler. Fantastic condition all around. I say a couple of minor stone chips is about all that I could really fault it on. It is in very, very good condition inside and out, and as I say, it has been right through our workshop as well. Full service, MOT, timing belt and water pump change, so very, very attractive proposition indeed. If you'd like to see the full advert, please head over to our website, bridgeendvans.co.uk, if you haven't been there already. This is where you will find the price, the photography, and of course the description of this particular vehicle, and of course this is where all of our other stock is advertised as well. If you'd like to give us a call or inquire about this vehicle, we will welcome inquiries on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance for private individuals or for business users, so by all means get in contact and we'll be happy to provide you with a quote. We can deliver our vans nationwide, and we can take cars or vans in part exchange. Thank you very much for watching.